EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On first down, Boyle. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Boyle. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit!
From the gun, Boyle. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No chance.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. He introduced himself with authority on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing on 1st down. Boyle. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now, despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking to throw. Boyle finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
On 1st and 10, Boyle throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Lucky 56. Gone.
From the gun on 3rd down. Boyle steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. And they'll go on the ground. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Out of the gun, Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
10.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. To throw on 2nd down. Boyle, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw. Boyle. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On 1st down, Boyle. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on 3rd down. Boyle. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Throwing on 1st down. Boyle. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Carter. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the pop.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 1st down at Stafford. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On 1st and 10, Boyle throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw on second down. Boyle. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, Boyle, and fights through one man, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On the ball, on the ball.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the 49ers are back within a score. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gold now out to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing on first down. Boyle and Olsen over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw on second down. Boyle, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
From the gun on 3rd down. Boyle, and he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 1st and 10, Boyle. And that is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Boyle. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
All right, now, look at 56.
From the gun on 3rd down. Boyle. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Boyle. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Boyle. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Boyle finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw. Boyle. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A good pickup there at 22. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Hey, 22!
Stafford on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Stafford looks to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Again, it's Stafford. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And they'll run it here. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Boys, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again, Stafford. And that is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines, offense on for 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boy, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kevin Pierre-Louis in from from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Panthers on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Panthers on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
From the gun, Boyle. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Carter. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Carter. And some room to work. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. A big play there for the Panthers. 49 yards on the ground. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it so for the Panthers,